Yep, so this is one of those tough ones, and that's why people hopefully get into running for Congress. These are tough issues, but we also want, it shouldn't just be the people running for Congress, all of you, everybody, every citizen, everybody, even not citizens, if you're here and you care about things, these are, we gotta tackle the difficult problems and challenges. I come at this from a couple of angles. One, obviously, you got from my background, I do hang out with and talk to often a lot of the people who are making many of these decisions at the Pentagon and other places. And I have actually long been a person who, even though I certainly think we should have a very well-funded military, and military and veterans should be the first people we take care of in any situation, I often remind the people in the military, and I don't get laughed out of the Pentagon, that it's likely that no human group has ever won a war against any other group. As time just marches on and people forget and things move on. We think we won World War II, but 5 years later, we were immediately, actually, before we won the war, quote unquote, we were already at it with Stalin and other people around the world, and losing, the beginning of the Cold War. So it depends on how you look at these things. We got to look back thousands of years, not tens or hundreds of years, certainly not minutes. And so I'm big on getting that thinking. We shouldn't be going to war. The purpose of the military is to be able to provide military-level lethal force when absolutely the last option, and I mean that. And when required, as I said, when legal, ethical, moral. And that's the only way, as absolute last option. And so that's what I push for, is make sure that the military is here to deter our adversaries. They're here to deter Iran, they're here to deter Russia, China, etc. I often say sometimes, we're here to even deter Canada and Australia from becoming our enemies down the road. That's why we have a military. And I'll wrap it up with also that we're always in crisis mode, and I'll probably address this more with other questions as well, but this thing with Iran is another instance where we're still in crisis mode from 9/11 and other times in history where we're making decisions minute by minute based on something that happened yesterday and not a strategic vision for what we want in the Middle East or anywhere else.